Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. Tonight I'm gonna just get you started on what I've already got started on. I took my old street bike helmet and completely stripped it. I've got all of the padding, all of the vents, all the external plastic pieces, everything is completely taken apart off of this helmet. We are going to be repainting it. And it's kind of ironic because this was my favorite street bike helmet that I have bought to date. And I decided that just because it was my favorite doesn't mean it couldn't be better. So we're going to create our own design with this. Very excited for what's going to happen with this thing. I will be using it from time to time, probably on the Harley for long distance rides, stuff like that. I do plan on getting a Simpson and doing this same idea with a Simpson in the near future, but just wanted to get kind of a practice on a helmet. This will be my first helmet that I've painted, so why not take something that was already good and make it better. Sure, it takes a little bit of time, effort, parts, materials, whatever, but I can't grow my skills without taking chances, and to me this is kind of taking a chance because it was something that I already liked, but I know that I'm confident in myself and I can make it better, so that's what we're going to do. So far I took a Scotch Brite pad and just kind of went over everything and scuffed up the outside already. I still have some residue and stuff from where things were glued on and all of that yet. So I have to go through and clean all of that off yet. And then I'll go through and scuff up every last little nook and cranny to make sure that we get good adhesion with our paint. After that, we'll start with our base coat. We'll lay base coat over everything. Then we'll do our next coat over the top of that, which I don't want to give any hints away yet, but it's just going to be an accent to the base coat, basically, just to give it a better characteristic of a base coat. And then we'll just keep layering everything up from there. We're going to go with kind of the same idea of some stuff that we did with the boat, which for whatever reason that footage, I tried to upload that footage and it just did not want to cooperate with me. So you guys haven't seen the boat yet, but that series should pick back up here pretty soon because we're going to get working on that again, bringing it back over from buddy's house. We started on some of the interior parts on that. I've got some of the interior already worked on, but we need to finish it yet. I got to put the tower back on. I got to put everything back together on that thing. I got to powder coat all of the hooks, the tie-offs for the ropes and all of that. I got a lot of work to do on that yet, so we need to get started on that here pretty shortly too. It's been super windy, cold, and rainy and all that past few weeks, so kind of put a damper on us to try to do anything with that recently. This is our helmet, and we're going to put you on a time lapse probably, and just let you go through and see some of the processes on what we're doing, and we'll pick back up with you. Alright, so I got all the residue, all the gunk from previous glued, all the rubber ceiling. Oh, I missed just a little bit right there. got everything cleaned up. I got to scuff a little bit more on down in all these areas. Make sure I got everything scuffed up really good in all the little nooks and crannies, because if it's not scuffed up good, what's going to happen is it's going to end up flaking off, chipping, flaking. It's going to cause problems. So you want to make sure that in all your little nooks and crannies, everything, any area that is going to receive paint has been properly prepped. Because if it's not properly prepped, you're going to regret it. You know, it's a helmet. This is probably, you know, knock on wood, never going to see the ground. It's never going to get thrown around or anything like that, you know, especially once it's all painted up. I try to tend to take care of my things. Obviously, sometimes, you know, things are out of your control and random acts of God or Mother Nature happen and cause something to happen. But that's besides the point. You know, anything that you can do to prevent chips, cracks, you know, any of that stuff, you want to go what you think might be okay and go further. And you go until finally it's like, okay, there's absolutely no way that this isn't going to work. Right? So all inside all these little nooks and crannies, you know, right down inside the deepest part of the armpit or shoulder or whatever you want to call it, you know, the little crevice areas. Make sure we get it all real good. Even though all of this gets covered up down in here, all of it's covered by something. You know, there's side plates that go on here. Like I said, this is all a rubber seal around all of this. There's a vent thing up here. There's vent stuff down here. Movable vent stuff. So realistically, you don't ever have to worry about any of this stuff that you might not be able to get the cracks or the crevices perfect, but it's a good idea to just get in the practice of making sure everything is scuffed. Because if you cut corners once, you just never know. You know, you might be, oh, I need to hurry up and get this done. You know, I got to get this done for this customer, or oh, I got a ride coming up and I need to hurry up and get this fender painted or this tank painted, you know, whatever it might be. And you just kind of cut a corner to try and hurry up and get it done in time. And, you know, it might not cause an issue right then, but 2 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever, down the road, I guarantee you if you cut corners, it will come back and bite you in the ass. It always does. Always does. It's very, very frustrating when it does too. I know this because I've cut corners and it's came back and bit me in the ass. And the only thing you can do is do it all over again. So, it's no fun. I don't recommend it for anybody. What I'm telling you now is just take the extra time on the front end and get it all done right. So I'm not going to get very far on this first video. This is going to be kind of a step-by-step paint job on a helmet paint job, I guess, essentially. See how far I get. I'll probably get the base coat, this first video before I post it up. And I'd like you to leave your comments down below and opinions on what you think, or thoughts I should say, not opinions, but your thoughts on what you think this paint job might be. Colors, design, whatever you think it might be. What do you think I'm going to do? What do you think I should do? What would you do if it was your helmet? You know, so on and so forth. I'd like to get some ideas. That way I know maybe if there's a bunch of ideas on that are the same, maybe I can try and do another one. And I not try, I know I could, because I have some extra helmets laying around that I could go ahead and repaint. So if it's something that you would like to see, an idea, color combo, design combo, you know, anything like that. I'm not saying I'm professional and I can do everything, but I am saying that I want to learn as much as I can, so I'm definitely willing to give it a try. I'm actually going to be getting the rest of my stuff to start practicing pinstriping as well, so maybe, just maybe, there might end up being some pinstriping on this helmet. But let me know. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think I should do. What do you think? What do you think would be alright? This one in particular, honestly, I already have an idea because I know what I want to paint the bike. So I kind of want to do something similar. One, so that way when it comes time to painting the bike, I already have all of the processes put together. I already know, exactly what to do on every aspect of what I'm going to do for the bike. There's going to be some very intricate parts. There's going to be some very out of my element, I guess I would say, paint processes or processes to this paint job, I guess, that I haven't done yet, that I'm trying to learn more about. So I kind of want to take all of these things and put it into this, so that way when I do it on that, it comes out exactly like I want it to. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think it's going to be time consuming more than anything. But let's see. It's probably enough of me rambling. Alright. Well, base coat, I'm going cheap, just using the O'Reilly's, the Augzone Special Premix, different color stuff here. It's just going to be the base, so it's alright. I'm not a huge fan of this stuff, but it does alright, it works. So. Got all the right stuff to be able to do it right. I just wanted to see if I could mix that in with this paint, if it would work, but it now that I think about it, I think that's water based, so there's no way that would have worked anyway, so I was kind of done thinking about that now. as you can see, base coat, everything white base coat all around. I have another coat to go over this. Actually, I have to paint quite a few more coats into the white base coat. I didn't prime it. Probably should have, but I feel like it. Kind of cheating a little bit, I guess, or cutting corners, as I said not to. But that's alright. So I'm going to finish shooting this. I'm going to shoot those parts, a few more coats on those parts as well. I'm going to cut you out for right now, and I'll bring you back in and we'll get to the